Hi guys, it's Jessica D 1987 coming at you guys again with another vegan recipe. And I figured since I had a little bit of time in my hands and the kids are taking a nap that I would show you guys a really quick video. And this video is going to be vegan peach raspberry cobbler. And since peaches and raspberries are in season, I figured this would be a perfect time to show you guys a really simple, delicious recipe. So here I have all of my ingredients that we're going to need today. But while you're prepping your ingredients, you can preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and spray with some nonstick spray a 13 by 9 inch baking pan like this. Just like this. This is a glass Pyrex one. If you have an aluminum one, a nonstick one, it doesn't matter. But this makes a 13 by 9 inch size dish. And as you can see, I have my co-host with me today, Baby Justice. She's taking a nap. So let's get on to what we're going to need. First, we're going to prepare the filling for our cobbler. And you're going to need about 2 pounds or 2 16-ounce size packages of frozen peaches. You can use fresh, but it's much more time consuming because you have to place the peaches in boiling water to remove the skin and remove the pit and slice them up. So this is a quick, fast way. So I'm dump them here in this bowl. They're kind of clumped together. So I'm going to put in those 2 packages. Just like that. And besides the peaches, you're going to need, and you don't really have to let them thaw out. If they're frozen or if they're semi-frozen, that's fine because they're going to thaw out in the oven. You're going to add in 2 pounds of organic raspberries. I have 1 pound of fresh and 1 pound of frozen. I mean, you can use all frozen or all fresh, doesn't matter. So I'm going to add that to the bowl as well. And again, these are clumped up, but that's okay. Alright, so this is what it looks like. So to this, you know, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to stick it in the microwave for about a minute to defrost it, and I'll come back and show you guys what to do next. Okay guys, I have put the frozen peaches and raspberries into the microwave for about a minute to a minute and a half just to take a little bit of the chill that was on them because mine was still pretty hard. But you don't have to do that. So here's what it looks like. The 2 pounds of frozen peaches and the 1 pound of fresh or frozen raspberries. So for the filling, you're going to need that. You're also going to need 2/3 of a cup of organic evaporated cane sugar. And I'll have the amounts for this recipe in the description box. So you're going to need that, as well as 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and that's to help thicken it when those juices start coming out. And also to this, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and that's optional. So I'm just going to stir this around just to get every bit of the fruit coated. And you may or may not need that much sugar. It depends on how sweet or not sweet your fruit is. Some people like their cobblers to be really, really sweet, and some like theirs more on the tart side. And you want to try to be as gentle as possible because raspberries are a very fragile fruit. But it doesn't matter because it's all going to get cooked together. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to add it to my pan here that I prepped earlier. So make sure you get everything out of the bowl. You're just going to spread it out evenly. Can you guys see this? Spread it out as evenly as possible, and it's very pretty, you know, with the raspberries in there. And once you do that, you're just going to sit this aside so you can prepare the topping. So now I have another clean bowl here. And for the topping, you're going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You can also sub out half of the flour with some whole wheat pastry flour if you want to make it healthier. So you got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You're also going to need some brown sugar. You're going to need 2/3 of a cup. And I didn't have any brown sugar on hand, but I took some of my regular white cane sugar, added about a teaspoon of molasses, and blended it up, and that's what you get. And it's very soft and very fresh. So you got 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2/3 of a cup of some brown sugar, light or dark, doesn't matter. You're going to need 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, kosher salt, or table salt, whichever one you have. And I'm going to mix those together. You can do it with a spoon or a fork. You just want to get them well combined because you really want to get that baking soda and baking powder mixed in well with the flour and sugar. And if there's chunks of the sugar, just break it up. So make sure it's very well combined. That's what it looks like there. And to this, I'm going to add in 1 stick of Earth Balance butter. It's a vegan butter, or if you have another vegan margarine that you like to use. And it's just been cubed up and it's softened. Then 2 tablespoons of a vegan-friendly vegetable shortening. And most vegetable shortenings that's on the shelves is not vegan-friendly, but it's a brand called Spectrum that sells it. So 2 tablespoons of that. Just add that right in there. And you're going to mix it up to it's nice and crumbly. And then I'll be back to show you guys what to do. Okay guys, I'm back. And if you see me rocking, it's because baby Justice is starting to wake up. But here's what it looks like when you have mixed in the vegan butter and shortening. It's all crumbly. So the next thing you're going to add in is 1 cup of soy plain yogurt. Plain. Do not get vanilla or strawberry or anything like that. Just add that in there. Okay. Then you're going to stir that up with a spoon or a spatula until it gets very moist and starts to form a dough, a wet dough. Okay. Clearly my co-host is upset. But you're going to just keep mixing it until it comes together. You guys can see that starting to come together there. You don't want any dry bits to be left. So it takes about a minute or 2, but believe me, it's going to be well worth it. This is like some of the best cobbler I've ever tasted and made, and it's vegan. I mean, don't tell your friends and family who aren't vegan, but they'll never know the difference. You tell them after the fact. Or don't tell them at all. Okay, you can see it's starting to get very tough to stir here. So this is the messy part. You can take your hands and finish it off. But you're going to get your fruit that you have here in the pan, right here. And you're going to take this dough mixture and you're going to just crumble it on top. And you want to cover as much of the fruit as possible and just break it into little pieces and cover it. I'm not going to have you guys sit here and watch me do all of this, but just spread as much of it as you can evenly over the fruit, and I'll be back and show you guys what's the last step to do. Okay guys, so I've already covered the top of the fruit with the biscuit mixture or the dough mixture. So in this container here I have 2 tablespoons of raw sugar. You can use cane sugar, and I have about 1/8 of a teaspoon of some freshly ground nutmeg. I'm just going to sprinkle that on top to give it a little bit of crunch. So just try to sprinkle that on there. Adds a little bit of extra sweetness too. So, and you can absolutely cut back on the sugar and use this as a breakfast dish, or leave it like it is and use it as dessert or an afternoon treat. So that is what it looks like. You're going to bake it at 425 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes until the top gets nice and golden. And then you're going to lower the oven temperature down to about 375 and cook it for about another 35 to 40 minutes. And when it's done, I'll be back and show you guys what it looks like. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. The cobbler baked at 425 degrees for 15 minutes. And then I turned the oven down to 375 and baked it for 40 minutes. Now this makes a 13 by 9 inch size, and I'm not going to cut into it because it's piping hot. It just came out of the oven. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try, and if you do, let me know what you guys think. Any questions, leave them in the comment section. As always, take care and God bless. Bye, guys.